Hey, hello guys. Whoa, have a look at this. I am using the Pimax Crystal Super QLED and wow, what a sharpness and what a clarity. Yeah, I've been tinkering with the settings to make it work with my 3080 video card. So it's not my first impression. It's not my second impression. I think it's about my fifth or sixth or seventh impression. But we're gonna do a flight with the Pimax Crystal Super, and the sharpness is immense. Knowing that I have lowered the render scale for this headset, but it's still amazingly sharp, guys. Wow. All right, let's do a flight. We are at Robinson, that's Tobago Crown Point Airport, Robinson it's called. And let's check the ATIS real quick here.
Stead. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Tango.
Tango. All right.
Tobago Crown Decimal Airport, information Tango. 1700 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 11. Wind 145 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, scattered at 1800 feet. Temperature 31. Dew point 26. QNH 1013. Transition level 60. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Tango.
Alright, that's information Tango.
Tobago Crown Decimal Air.
Let's switch COM to off. Alright, so let's call ground. That's 1217, that's already tuned in. Robinson ground, Papa Hotel Yankee Kilo Victor with information Tango. Request a VFR clearance for a PFR flight tour around the island and then landing back here at Robinson ground, at Robinson Airport, Papa Hotel Yankee Kilo Victor. Let's start up.
Papa Kilo Victor, on departure, maintain VFR at or below 1500. Departure on 119.0, squawk 3377.
After departure, remain VFR at or below 1500 feet. Squawking 3377, Papa Yankee Kilo Victor. Alright, so now let's see if I can get...
Papa Kilo Victor, read back correct.
So, you are still rocking with your old VR headset? Well, now is the time to upgrade to the Pimax Crystal Light. The Pimax Crystal Light offers 2880 by 2880 resolution, 35 pixels per degree, local dimming, glass spheric lenses. The image you see in the headset is crystal clear. Now you can join the Pimax Crystal Light upgrade event by showing them proof of ownership of your old headset. They will give you a discount from $40 up to $100. $100 is more than 10% discount. When you order a new Crystal Light in the upgrade event and you use my promo code VirtuSim gift, they will send you a mystery gift with your Pimax Crystal Light. Here we go. Right, so after departure, it's that 3377, the squawk that is set. So 11900. Let's put that one in COM 2. But we will get the other frequency also. So never mind. Okay, so this is ground. Now let's set all the lights on. Fuel pump can come off for now. Here we go. Alright. Ventilation, a little bit of ventilation from the in here. Right. Wow, this is sharp, guys. Amazing. Alright, running this on a 3080, you might expect a little bit of the GPU VRAM warnings. Robinson ground, Papa Hotel Yankee Kilo Victor is ready for taxi. Runway 11, alright.
Papa Kilo Victor, runway 11, taxi via Alpha. Contact tower on 118.4 when ready for departure.
Runway 11, taxi via Alpha and contact tower on 118.4 when ready for departure. Papa Kilo Victor. Alright, so first thing I noticed is that I didn't get as much FPS out of this headset, but it's still good enough for me to fly and to record. Alright, tower is now set. Transponder goes to altitude reporting. Alright, and we go back in here. Robinson Tower, Papa Hotel Yankee Kilo Victor, ready for departure, VFR.
Papa Hotel Yankee Kilo Victor, Robinson Tower, runway 11, winds 140 at 6, cleared for takeoff. After takeoff, maintain VFR at or below 1500.
Cleared for takeoff, and after takeoff remain VFR at or below 1500. Papa Hotel Yankee Kilo Victor. Alright, so 11, the heading is set. Altimeter is set, let's go. Alright, here we go, we're rolling. Power set. 40, 50, 60, 65, and let's rotate. Gear coming up. Wow, this is really great. So I'm using the foveated rendering from the sim at 0.35, and then also the eye tracking in the headset, and that will give you a lot of gain in FPS. Otherwise, if I run this headset without foveated rendering, well, I think at most I will get 17 FPS on a 3080. So keep that in mind. You need a very beefy GPU to get the most out of this headset. But I'm showing you now is that it is possible to run it on a 3080. And it looks amazing.
Papa Kilo Victor, contact departure on 119.0.
Switching to departure on 119.0, Papa Kilo Victor. Alright, 1000 feet. Departure, Papa Hotel Yankee Kilo Victor is with you at 1000 feet. VFR for a round trip around the island anti-clockwise.
Papa Hotel Yankee Kilo Victor, Piarco approach, radar contact.
Alright, radar contact. Fuel pump can come off. Here we go. Set the power accordingly. Here we are. try to trim this one out. We got the wind coming from the right, 10 knots. So this headset was sent to me by Pimax to review on the channel. And so I have now the Crystal Light and the Crystal Super, and this is the 50 ppd version with the QLED displays. And there is seriously a difference in quality. This one is so much sharper, but also
Papa Hotel Yankee Kilo Victor, Piarco approach, altitude restrictions cancelled.
Roger, Papa Kilo Victor, thank you. Alright, so altitude restrictions cancelled. That's fine, but we're fine at 1000 feet. So yeah, this one is rendering in a higher resolution than my Crystal Light. So yeah, and that's why the FPS is now around 30-35. When I'm recording, it's about 30 and still very smooth. But I had to play around with the settings of with Pimax Play and also in the OpenXR toolkit. So first I wanted to downscale in the OpenXR toolkit, and then the whole cockpit went blurry. So that didn't work. But now what I did is that I reduced the FOV to around 90-95%. And then in the sim I increased the world scale. So when I reduce the FOV, the cockpit gets smaller, and when I make the world scale larger, it gets bigger again, so it's back to the same dimensions as without it. Doing that results in a very, very sharp cockpit without losing FPS. It even gained a little bit of FPS. So this headset in the normal 50 ppd FOV is 127 degrees. Now I'll get around 120. Still a lot. But I reduced it a little bit so I could gain a little bit of FPS and gain a little bit of sharpness in the headset. Now I haven't tried it with heavy traffic on a heavy scenery, but I suspect that my FPS will be lower then. But for now, this is absolutely beautiful and smooth. So the first flights that I did, I had a lot of micro stutters. So I had to tinker with the settings, making sure that everything was fine. And now the micro stutters are gone. Once in a while I'll see a little bit. So maybe I have to tune them a little bit more. Let's have a look on the outside. This is so sharp. So what did I notice with my first impressions wearing this headset, the Crystal Super, is, well, the form factor is a lot smaller than the Crystal Light, and it fits a lot better on my face. So even that is better. It's a little bit heavier, but not much, and you don't even notice it because it fits so good. So I can fly with this headset for a long time without even getting worried about my neck or that it's top heavy or front heavy.
Departure Beechcraft 7 Uniform Kilo 2000 for 4000. Beechcraft 7 Uniform Kilo, radar contact, altitude restrictions canceled, maintain VFR.
And
5000 Beechcraft 7 Uniform Kilo.
no, that's the GA traffic from say intentions. The other thing is this one comes with the DMS speakers, and I attached the HP Reverb speakers on my Crystal Light. But now that I'm hearing here the DMS speakers, yeah, they are just a tad better in sound quality than the Reverb G2 speakers, which are still very, very good. So yeah, it's really worth, if you want to buy this, is upgrading to a with the DMS speakers, because the default speakers that it comes with are not the greatest quality. This headset with DMS, perfect sound, perfect vision. Now, in the headset, everything is crystal clear. The clarity that you get with this one over the Crystal Light is it's brighter. There's much more clarity in here. But one thing that I did notice is that there is a small amount of Mura going on. If you're looking at the blue sky here, the bright blue sky, you can see it. But when you're just flying around, you hardly ever notice it. If you're looking for it, you see it. But otherwise, it's not really that noticeable. It's very fine. So, but it is there. What else? Well, I'm gonna do much more flights with this one, and this is just the I wanted to show you, and my first good flight with the Pimax Crystal Super, and my first video with it. It's the thing that I noticed is that if you're running this one on a medium spec PC, like a 3080, 3070, you will get lower FPS, around 30, 35. So yeah, you need that beefy GPU to get the most out of this headset. I also noticed that if my render skill is now at 60%, and that gives me this amount of FPS, there's so much more sharpness and clarity in this headset. So if you're thinking about upgrading your PC in the future, but you want to upgrade now to a very high-end PCVR headset, then yes, the Crystal Super is one to consider. If you're not planning to upgrade your PC, I would say stick with a Pimax Crystal Light. It's the best thing you can get for your money, because this one is $1,000 more expensive than the Crystal Light. But this is high-end PCVR, and the Crystal Light is, well, the beginner's model, and still a very, very good headset. The Mura in the Crystal Light is a lot less, but that's one thing that I noticed. And maybe when you're on the full native resolution, it's less obvious. I don't know, because when I go to full resolution, I have a perfect slideshow. Is it really? It really is a slideshow with around 10 FPS. Or if I go to full native resolution, I won't get an image. It's just a black screen. My GPU gets cooked, and it's terrible. I think I can go as high as 80%. And then I get 10 FPS. Or less. So yeah, even with the crystal light, I cannot go to the full native resolution. So keep that in mind. But it's worth it. It's worth it. This is a very, very, very nice headset. Would this be my headset to use creating content and doing flights with lots of AI traffic in very demanding sceneries? I'll probably stick with the crystal light. But I just want to enjoy the beauty of the scenery like you see here. Man, this clarity, this sharpness it's unbelievable. Even here in the cockpit, reading all the instruments and all the text on the panel is just absolutely so sharp. And then I'm using DLSS in performance mode. Can you imagine if I go to a higher resolution? So yeah, guys, this is my first impression with the Pimax Crystal Super. If you're planning to go buy or want to order a Crystal Light or a Crystal Super, use the links in the description below. If you order a Crystal Super now using my code, you also can choose from a special gift. That's or either the DMAS speakers, or I think it is now a Antlion audio mod mic, and a third one, or the lens inserts from Hans VR, or the prescription lenses. I've got them as well, but I tried them on, but I am farsighted, so for me I don't really need them in the headset. So keep that in mind. So if you want to, follow the links in the description below the video, and use my code VirtuSim. Yes, I will get paid a little bit. So with that said, when you use my code, you're also sponsoring the channel, so I can continue making these videos for you. But that's all part of the collaboration that I have with Pimax. And this is just an honest review. It is not that, wow, this is a great thing. But because for me, I think personally, with my PC, with my setup, my GPU, my chipset, I would stick with the Crystal Light. Just because I get more FPS, a smoother flight out of it. This headset is giving my PC more kind of stress because it's a high-end PCVR headset, and you need a beefy PC for this one. But looking at this, it is just wow. So I'm going to switch for the next video to the Crystal Light, and I'm gonna try some of the settings that I did to get the Crystal Super working, and see if they also work in the Crystal Light, so I could gain a little bit more sharpness and clarity and FPS out of the Crystal Light. Right guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. More about the Crystal Super coming out later this week. Also the settings guide for the Crystal Super and the Crystal Light. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. It was Mike, VirtuSim.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.